Tabitha looked at her phone beneath her heavy blanket and read a text from her Uncle Jim. It read,
"Do the dishes or you won't be fed."
She wanted to write, "Bullshit, Uncle Jim." Instead, Tabitha grabbed the pack of Oreos at arm's length away. She hadn't done the dishes in 2 weeks, and she was just a week shy of turning 18. Uncle Jim avoided doing dishes by eating out for his one meal a day. Sometimes when Tabitha had the money to eat, she'd see him at Ruby's, a local spot that served breakfast burritos all day. Occasionally, she'd see Uncle Jim with his friends. Uncle Jim started romances with women who mistook glue for lipstick and Play-Doh for eyeshadow. None of his women, he'd say, could count, so why count how many I have of them? He avoided remembering his ladies' names and called them Bean Bing, Bing Bong, or Little Thing, even though they were all heffalumps. The thing that Tabitha always wanted was a pet with fur, a pet with a name that was not replaced with one like Rat Bastard, thanks to Uncle Jim. Tabitha's mother had a scruffy dog that Tabitha loved. When Tabitha went to live with Uncle Jim, he replaced the dog with a lizard he caught in the front yard. When each lizard died, he would catch a new one. Tabitha used to think he had power to revive things, so why couldn't he revive her mom?
He's just a little stunned he'll wake up.
Uncle Jim gave the dog away to her mom's boss after she died. Each time something in Tabitha's life died, he would assure her that,
You know, best friends don't always come in human form. Except for me, of course. I'll always be your very best friend.
Uncle Jim loved words that started with the letter B because he thought of bulbous butts and big boobies. Tabitha didn't count each thing that concerned Uncle Jim and despised the letter B. What she could count on was that not one of Uncle Jim's women with Febreze-scented perfume would stick around or seek Tabitha's company. The Viking Motel was Uncle Jim's sanctuary, his me vacation. With super crisp sheets. While he was away, Tabitha watched reruns of her favorite show, Friends. She'd eat jars of pickles, leaving the dishes piling in the sink, and walk around the house, naked, shamelessly. Claire insisted that she was Tabitha's only true friend, even though Claire wasn't like any of the characters on the show, Friends.
You know, sorry about your mom, but nice house. Upgrade.
Tabitha still tolerated Claire's company, even though Claire asked questions like,
Does my stomach still look flat?
Did you say flat or fat?
Uncle Jim would chime in at times from his recliner and yell,
Flat.
You know, you and I are all alone together in this world. Like, two lost sisters from different misters.
so clever, Tabitha thought. Tabitha fell asleep with the orange dust of Cheetos marinating her fingers and crusting on her lips. She has fallen asleep each night like this for the past 2 weeks. She woke up and felt her mossy teeth. She wondered if the Cheetos were starting to make her look like one. Claire can eat as much as she wants, but won't ever look like a Cheeto. Bitch, Tabitha thought. Maybe if she also danced at the club like Claire, she could have her own life. She really could have money. Freedom. Maybe get a dog. A real friend. She takes an Oreo and splits it into 2, just as her mother used to do. She thought of how it would feel if she too were split in 2 as she wipes her grimy Cheeto and Oreo hands onto one of Uncle Jim's Hawaiian shirts. Uncle Jim doesn't notice, but wonders why he sometimes smells like lime and stale corn. She dreamed she could do the splits in midair.
Photo devant dans tes cheveux me rappelle d'antan. Je suis si seul maintenant. Le présent, le présent.
The next day, Claire took Tabitha to the Jiggly, Giggly, Girls, Girls, Girls strip club.
Je suis un fort passé. Le présent,
Here, you can practice your splits and make tips.
c'est une transe glacée.
I get so dizzy, I don't know about spinning on a pole.
A dog waddled toward the girls, followed by a man with a black ponytail. She assumed he was the bouncer, but he introduced himself as,
I'm the boss.
and his bouncer, he joked.
This is Dooney.
Like the dog, the boss was also a mouth breather.
I'll have to practice my splits.
No problem, just don't puke on the floor. Girls will let you in on everything they know if you stay long enough. Where the head your guts. Nobody wants to see you dance. Just shake your ass, you make plenty of cash.
She stared at the rubber band on his head and wondered how long it had been since he replaced it.
Just try it.
Tabitha looked at Claire. Despite Claire's concave ass, Tabitha knew that Claire had something that she lacked. Claire saw herself as a goddess.
Come back in 2 weeks. When you're legally able to work. Barely legal.
He slipped into the warm light of his office. Tabitha noticed the empty cot he slept on just before he shut the door.
Your uncle doesn't have to know. Your innocence is already long gone anyway, so what else is there to lose? We'll see.
The strobe lights were slowly changing from swampy green to light blue. Tabitha wondered how many boys from high school would decide to visit her at work and witness her exposing herself to furry men with sticks and bugs buried in their beards. She had a dream that she got lost into the deep cracks mapped on an old man's face. In her dream, everything smelled like celery, and she was eager to find a rope or a swing, so she jumped into a pond, escaping the cracks of their skin. She woke up, feeling numb. She thought that if she made enough money, she could also buy some brushes, paint, maybe some pens and sketch pad. Her mother used to say that creativity was a pursuit of the easily amused. Tabitha wanted to be productive on her birthday. What better way to feel productive than to make money?
Brownie. Yeah.
Happy first day of stripping!
She put makeup on like her mother used to do.
Do you have any advice?
You have to chat, act nice, make them feel like men. First, you need to paint your face.
She brushed Tabitha's cheeks with blush. The less she looked like herself, the prettier she felt.
Beware, Mr. Nasty. You know, you remind me of a girl I used to know. She worked at the club a long time ago. I wish I could remember her name, but she went by Piper LeRae.
I'm flattered. I have yet to decide my stripper name.
I'll come to you.
The old stripper said not to go into the VIP den, but Claire said that's where she would make the most cash. Claire stumbled out.
Oops. It's Mr. Nasty.
You wanna dance, honey?
Why don't you come over here and sit on my lap, sugar nipples?
You're Mr. Nasty?
Crumbs fell from his beard. She was happy to think that instead of dancing for mouth-breathing men, she could hang out with mouth-breathing dogs instead.